Well, happy Saturday, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. I hope your Saturday's off to a great start. We have sunshine, but cold here. That's okay. It's going to get a little warmer. So the storm yesterday never really hit us as much as they thought it was going to, or said rather that it was going to, but we'll take it. There's still some snow on the ground, obviously. This should only last a few more days. But yeah, they were preaching kind of apocalypse. Oh, 6 to 8 inches of snow. Maybe we got a few, but we'll see from there. So anyway, it's sunshine out today. It is a gorgeous looking day. It's a kind of a good day to go looking for records, I think, or lots of other stuff. Let me say a couple of quick hellos, and then I'll tell you one of the other things that you could do today if you're up for a road trip to the Flint area. Hang on just a second here. Let's say good morning to Jennifer. She also says, good morning, by the way. It's great to listen to the playlists. Oh, the Spotify playlist. Yeah. The Two Guys Talking About Records podcast that we do with our good friend Steve Carlson is now a video podcast. I think we'd mentioned that before, but we also, just in case you have not tuned into that yet, whenever Steve and I talk about records, we kind of do not include the music that we talk about because copyright. And so what we do is we create a playlist that we tack on in the descriptions so you can listen to some of the stuff that we talk about down the line. That's what Jennifer's referring to. And we do very much appreciate you listening, Jennifer. Thank you very much. Chuck saying good morning as well. And over on the Grand Rapids side, good morning to you, good sir. Gary saying hey, and good morning, Pat. That's a frosty one indeed. Good morning to everyone. Ken, and here is one of our friends on the other side of the planet saying good morning. Good day to you, sir. Thank you so much, man. You're checking this out. That's great to know. Wish you could come in and check out the records, though, too, like you said, and I think a comment. Ryan, hey, good morning to you as well. Betty from Toledo checking in as well and saying, there it is, the full comment. Good morning. Good morning on the upper side, way up north. The mother saying good morning. 7 inches. Okay, so Grand Rapids got hit a little harder than we did. That's okay. They said we were going to be in there, but not quite so much. So, Dan, good morning, and spinning that Miles Davis he picked up the other day. Very cool indeed. And Ann saying good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Thanks, Ann, thanks for being here. Okay, so today, after you've come by the store to say hi and pick up some records, if you do, it's okay. If you do, you need to. But Blue, the dock jumping record store dog, is I guess kicking off the season, if you will. Let me call this up here. She is over in Flint today. Kim and Blue are in Flint at the Mid-Michigan Pet Expo. And by the way, you can check out Blue's Facebook page if you're ever curious, and you can follow her exploits on that Facebook page. But they're down in Flint today, this weekend, actually, today and tomorrow, checking out the Mid-Michigan Pet Expo. Blue is there today, Saturday, and tomorrow. She'll be jumping on the UDD dock, and both Kim and Blue will be helping out the Odin's Heart booth. It's a great fundraiser event with our friend Rachel, so make sure you check that out. But yeah, if you head down to Flint, the Mid-Michigan Pet Expo is happening at the Dort Financial Center, and it's going on from 9 till 6 tonight, and then tomorrow 9 until 4. So yeah, Blue will be on the dock diving side of things, but there's also lots of other cool stuff for your pets, including some canine demos, adoptable animals there as well, dog sports, including fly ball, dock diving. You can try out stuff called a barn hunt, but lots of other great booths sponsored by the folks at Einstein Dog Training, which are in United Dock Diving as well. But Einstein, there's some great folks down there that Blue knows and loves as well. So yeah, check that out. If you're looking for something fun to do today, you can go see Blue over at the Mid-Michigan Pet Expo happening over in Flint. So check that out if you will. Another quick announcement for something to do. This one's coming up after Record Store Day. Our friends over at Review Magazine every year. Review, by the way, is a great arts and entertainment mag here in the Tri-City area. They put on their annual music awards. This is the 38th annual Review Music Awards. It's a ceremony and celebration where it's a special regional showcase which honors the public's choice public got to vote on these in Review Magazine and on their website of the area's top musicians and musical creativity throughout the Great Lakes Bay region. This is happening the 28th of April, so the week after Record Store Day, and it's happening at the Westtown. Yep, at Westtown. It's a great big cool venue over there on Midland Street in Bay City. So tickets for this event are $20 a piece if you get it ahead of time. And we are one of the places where you can pick up tickets to the Review Music Awards, the 38th annual Review Magazine Review Music Awards. Sorry. Lots of great entertainment happening that night as well. So if you're thinking of going, you think you want to check it out, stop by here, grab tickets. They are $20 a piece. And I do believe that if you want a table, I have to look at that here. Yep. Table of 6 for $90. So you got a group of folks that want to go check it out. You can do so. But we'll have these tickets all the way through up until the event coming up in April. So if you need or want to check that out, stop by here and we will take care of you. How's that sound? Okay. A couple more quick ones here. Okay. I'm saying wish, check out the records. It is a little far and I wish we could do shipping to Australia, but not an easy task, unfortunately, or not a cheap fast task as well. Greetings from chilly Grand Rapids. That's okay, Rick. You're here and saying hi. That is what is cool. Well, I mentioned Record Store Day. Yep, we are now just under a month before we get to Record Store Day proper on April 20th. I don't have much new news with regards to Record Store Day. The stuff is starting to show up at our distributors. We see a little thing where they call it a shelf and we can see the things that have been allocated to us. I can answer specific questions, but I'm not going to, and I don't do this at all until we have the Record Store Day stuff in the store. I'm not going to say, oh, we've got this, because so much can happen between now and then, especially with shipping. Sometimes it gets a little wonky, but the good news is things seem to be progressing. The good news is that we're seeing some good numbers on the things that we're asking for. So just stay tuned. We'll let you guys know when it gets a little closer that we're going to have hopefully what we have. So the one thing that is tricky though, and I'm still working on this, is that little 3-inch Beatles turntable on the Beatles records, because that's coming from a different distributor. And last time that I checked, they put a hold on orders because they were getting so many of them. So do what we can to get some for those of you that were looking for it, but otherwise we'll just kind of keep in tune. But that's coming up Saturday, April 20th. I'm getting a lot of requests, and just so you folks know, I'm already in the store. We kind of hear that happening. And hold on. Yeah, live here we get a call, even though I'm live on Facebook and YouTube right now. Katie, would you like to say hi to everybody?
It's 8 o'clock here.
It's 8 o'clock there, so I'll call you back, kiddo.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Katie says hi, everybody. She should know. All right. That's what happens with live stuff, right? So saying hey to Katie calling this morning. Where was I? I am completely and totally lost and off on there. So, oh, yeah, with regards to Record Store Day, just so you know, some of the chatter I'm hearing in store is that there will likely be a lineup overnight. I'm not going to say get here at a certain time. That's going to be up to you guys. And we'll do the live broadcast the day before rather. So we'll talk about the numbers of stuff that we have. But I am hearing people saying, oh man, I can't wait to get in line. Just so you know. So we'll be here for that. Okay, very quickly. And we'll call Katie back and get going on stuff. New releases from this week. We've got a few things left. We got, even though with the storm, we did get pretty good yesterday, but I've got one left of the new Cody Jinks. It's called Change the Game. Not too familiar with this, but I do need to do some more research on it so I can speak to it. Big reissue yesterday. We had a lot of folks asking for it, and we've got 2 left as of this morning. And it's the Alice in Chains reissue of Jar of Flies. A lot of folks looking for this one, which is cool. But what's better is the fact, I think that the reason that this has got some demand to it is the fact that this was a very neat price point, coming in at $25. Some folks are really 25. Yep. So we have 2 of these left. I've got more on the way for next week if we run out today or tomorrow. But the new Alice in Chains reissue is good to go. And because we had that one coming in and it seemed like it was going to be a big deal, I went a little nuts, grabbed some other Alice in Chains restocks and reissues. So we do have a couple copies of Dirt, and I picked up some unofficials. You know him, you love him as Bootlegs. Here is live at the Sheraton in Los Angeles in 1990. Here is one called Alice in Chains Freak Show, California broadcasts from 90 and 92, and another one from a radio one from KBFH-FM. This was recorded in 1992 as well. So some Alice in Chains unofficial, some Boots, which I think sound pretty good these days. They're doing good with that. Just because, grabbed another couple copies of the single soundtrack. Great soundtrack as well. So we have that. A couple of other ones of note, speaking of Boots or unofficials. This is The Cure with the John Peel sessions, 1979 through 81. So some live broadcasts. I've not listened to this yet. It's kind of a new pressing, and I couldn't find much information on it. But as is the case with a lot of these unofficials, coming from the BBC especially, the audio quality is actually very, very good. So we'll check that out. I can probably get more of those. And it was due a couple of weeks back, but we finally got the RSD Essential Beach Boys Pet Sounds. This one coming on clear vinyl. I've got 2 of these, and I think I've got a few more coming next week for when those run out. So that will kind of do it for that. Check out our new release show Saturday afternoons. We'll put that up later on today, so you can check out what's coming up the week after next, because if you want to put in pre-orders, that's really kind of the way to do it. Speaking of pre-orders, we've got a few coming in for that new Taylor Swift. Keep in mind, I'm probably not going to have a whole lot of extra ones in the store. So if you want one, you need to let me know. And this is that new Taylor Swift Tortured Poets. If you want one, let me know so we can pre-order it and make sure that we reserve one for you. So we're not going to have, I'm going to have some, but I'm not going to have a whole lot, just extra ones laying around in the store because of the way they handled the pre-orders on that, making them available at Target first, which we talked about on the podcast, by the way, so you can check that out. Okay, a few more comments. Let's kick in here. Katie, if you're watching by now, waiting for me to call back. Let's see, you got some hellos. Pat saying hi, and saying hi to Katie, waving, and Jim, yes, a family show. It's the way it was. Betty saying hi to Katie as well. But then Will checks in, good day to you, sir, as well as Deb saying hi from Alma. So thank you guys again for being here. All right. I don't think that there's a whole heck of a lot of other stuff that I need to mention other than the fact that stop on by. We're at 716 George Street, just north of downtown Midland, open in just a few minutes until 6 p.m. tonight. Open tomorrow, Sunday, from 12 noon until 4 p.m. Don't forget, please, to check out the new release show, as I mentioned, coming up a little bit later this afternoon, and check out the podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records with our good friend Steve Carlson. That uploads every Sunday evening when we're getting that all set. We record tomorrow morning, and then we'll upload it later in the day. But it's video now. We've got playlists in there for you to check it out. I'm trying to remember what the subject matter at hand is for tomorrow, but we'll come up with something, and we just talk about records otherwise. So, all right. That being said, you folks have a great one. Oh, yeah. The Blue and Kim down in Flint at the Mid-Michigan Pet Expo. That does mean, by the way, that the Dude is here hanging out all day with me today. That's our other record store dog. Dude's a little more laid back. He jumps, but not quite like Blue likes to jump. So he's going to hang out here and just chill at the record store. So stop on by and say hi to Dude, and we'll be here till 6. Until then, you folks have a great weekend, and we will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks again for being here. You guys have a great one.